watching out for you. This is Storm Team 8.
Well, good morning, West Michigan. We have team coverage here of this developing winter weather situation across West Michigan. And I say winter weather situation because what you're seeing this morning really depends upon exactly where you're waking up. We've got a winter weather advisory in effect from now through at least the 10 o'clock hour for much of West Michigan. But you can see that'll be winding down at 10 o'clock this morning from Calhoun to Barry, Kent, Ottawa counties, Muskegon County, and then to the north. That winter weather advisory starting from Newaygo to Montcalm counties off to the north and east will be winding down at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And the further north you travel, the later that advisory will be in effect. And here's what's going on. I'm tracking this area of precipitation here. And again, we've colorized the radar for you. So where you're seeing that purple color, that's where we have that icy mixture of precipitation, even indicated here through central sections of Kent County here. So again, if you get into one of those rural locations in Kent County, down even into central and northern Allegan and Barry counties, you could be looking at that icy mixture of precipitation. Belding, freezing rain changing over to snow around Greenville, Rockford, Cedar Springs, up toward the Stanton area, Carson City. And again, this entire area of precipitation continuing to lift off to the north and east. And there's a much colder pocket of air located to north as well. So as this area of moisture feeds northward, we will be looking at that precipitation making the change over to freezing rain or freezing rain and snow event. In fact, meteorologist Laura Velasquez is keeping a very close eye on what's a critical part of this story, and that's the temperatures. Laura.
Yeah, exactly right, Terry. And of course, that temperature we look for is 32 degrees to see exactly where we're going to have those problems. And I wanted to show you the temperature forecast. Right now, we have temps holding in the low to mid 30s. Take a look at Greenville, 31 degrees, 32 in Big Rapids, Fremont, where some of those blues are showing up on the radar. But look at farther south, 38 in Benton Harbor, 36 in South Haven. Mostly rain coming down there. And it's what happens to the temperatures over the next couple of hours. Now, these are air temps. Surface temperatures holding between 30 and 34 degrees as well. So the temperature of the road, and obviously if we're below 32 and the roadway is untreated, we could be dealing with some major icing problems. But it looks like to us here at Storm Team 8, biggest problems east and north of Grand Rapids, to the southwest doing much better, because this is the 6 a.m. temperature forecast. Temperatures near or below that 32 degree mark, but already near 41 in Benton Harbor. And we're going to push this forward to about noon or 1 o'clock. Look at what happens as this warm air surges north. We mentioned even over the weekend, we could see Sturgis and Coldwater hit the mid 50s here Wednesday afternoon. Looks like that's a good bet, but the cooler air stays in place to the north. So anytime that we have that freezing rain this morning, or the areas seeing snow or a mixture of precipitation, Brett just mentioning to me he got a report of some sleet in the Greenville area, we are going to see that turn over to all liquid as we head into the late morning and early afternoon hours and the precipitation ends. Then by 6 o'clock tonight, colder temps start to filter in from the north. So over the next couple of hours, biggest area of concern is going to be the north and east of the Grand Rapids area.
Another component that we're really going to watch carefully, visibility, those areas especially to the north and east where we really still have quite a bit of snowpack on the ground. As the snow melts and you get a lot of that low-level moisture just kind of hanging around, and the ground is so much cooler than the air temps that are trying to nudge in, we could be looking at the situation where we get some patchy, dense fog that starts to develop this afternoon. So again, we're looking at conditions today, mid to upper 40s for highs in the Grand Rapids metro area. That wintry mixture of precipitation and the rain will gradually be winding down here from south to north as we head through the late morning and early afternoon hours. As we check out your Storm Team 8-day forecast, it gets pretty interesting around here. Highs near 40 degrees tomorrow with the partial sunshine developing during the afternoon. Wet and warmer here on Friday with a high near 50 degrees, turning colder again for the weekend with scattered snow showers and highs only in the low 30s for Saturday and Sunday. Back to some sunshine Monday with Tuesday's highs spiking to 50 again, and then another shot at some rain arriving toward the middle of next week. And again, very complicated. What you see this morning really depends upon exactly where you're located and where you're going to be traveling. So again, if you're in those areas mainly north and east of Grand Rapids, keep in mind you could be looking at some really significant challenges, while many other areas look at simply wet roadways this morning.